Welcome to Top Chrono, the watch week begins, and I will start talking about some interesting auction results from last week, because on March 12 several auctions finished, including Sotheby's Hong Kong sale and the spring sessions from Philips. And in general we've got interesting strong results on independent brands. A new phenomenon and auctions, or relatively new, and we've got, for instance, Laurent Ferrier in the high 20,000s. F. Pigeon is still going strong. Sotheby's on its bread and butter sale in Hong Kong had a strong response, and also the new Japanese brand Otsuka Low-Tech had more than double retail price in an auction. So very, very interesting things, and also seeing this results from the big houses. I wonder what will happen with Marteau specializing in independent watchmaking. Marteau, the house which is co-founded by WorldTempus vintage editor Arthur Touchot, and they have their second sale started on the same day that the other ones finished. So it started on March 12 and finishes on March 19, 12 p.m. And tomorrow we have St. Patrick's Day, and the saint who brought Christianity to Ireland is being thoroughly celebrated on Ireland and by Irish expats and anybody who's into green beer all over the world. And of course this is a great day to bring out your green watches, or maybe even buy a green watch. Some of the most beautiful green watches, I would say, are in the AP Royal Oak Offshore collection. You got some fantastic, both the self-winding and the diver. You have the Chopin Alpine Eagle has a really, really cool green version. You have Moser, of course, launching Master. So there's many green dials out there worth looking at. And if you want to go really Irish, I've even sussed out a couple of Irish brands for you. One is called Nomad, more affordable stuff, and McGonagall is more handcrafted artisanal stuff, and the latter often even including Irish symbolism with guilloche. So yeah, that's McGonagall. And of course, if you want to properly celebrate, you can do it also here in Geneva at the Irish pubs around town, and at Lucine, the famous venue for anybody who's a little bit older like I am. There you will be able to listen to Irish punk tomorrow if you're into that kind of thing. And on Friday, March 20, we have the premiere of a new movie starring Ryan Gosling, and it's also starring a very particular Tag Heuer watch. It's a connected caliber E5 with a red strap, which has actually quite a strong role in this sci-fi movie. It's an adaptation by a novel written by Andy Weir. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And it's directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. And Ryan Gosling plays a teacher who is trying to save the Earth with the help of his Tag Heuer watch. We'll see how it goes. Bring out the popcorn. I would also like to remind you that next week we have our second WorldTempus Salon at Chez Calvin in Ovid, Geneva. And next week our special guest will be Guillaume Tetou, who has a very rich history in watchmaking. He was, for instance, the co-founder of Haute Lance back in the days. He was the CEO of Ralph Lauren watches. He's back on the board with Haute Lance. He's also the CEO of a company in private label. So he has got insights on many, many different levels of the watch industry. And we will have a conversation about boldness, about creativity, and why we must avoid boring neo-vintage. And last but not least, what am I wearing today? I am wearing a Oris Atelier hand winder small seconds. Perhaps some of you guys would put it in boring neo-vintage, but I simply love it. It's a very simple. I love the interaction of hand winding a watch, and if you have good eyes you will notice that this is a fabric strap from Tudor actually, which makes for a good combination. And with that, I want to wish everybody out there a great watch week ahead. Thank you for watching.